Right, I'm joined in the studio by Martin, Eve and Marianne, who have come in to tell us, about all sorts of things, really, including Martin's group, Fourth Eden, Marianne's, I suppose, is it a group or is it yourself?
It's myself, Star Grace.
Star Grace, and a concert that's going on in St Anne's Chapel across the way from us on Friday night, which is called Reflections. I suppose that's probably the best place to start, isn't it? You want to tell us a bit about the concert and who's playing?
Yeah, Reflections, well, I had to come up with a title, so I thought I'd use the title against my EP. It's a charity event on behalf of the small school based in Heartland, and I first sort of got in touch with these guys last year when I actually went to the WYRD weekend run by John Downs. So it's a eclectic event of featuring Dogleg, Tracy Nicholson, Jim Watts, Days of Old, Star Grace, and there'll be some audio visual of hopefully some of my music as well.
Right, okay, so that's Fourth Eden, of course, and we featured some tracks off your EP last week, and we played a track earlier on. The EP is called Organic Reflections, which we'll come on to a bit later on. In the meantime, though, we're going to play a track by one of the groups that's appearing on Friday night, which is Dogleg. Do you want to tell us a bit about this track we're going to play, which is called My Life's a Film? Yeah,
it's an original track by Dogleg, which I've produced part of one of my assignments at Petrock, which was done at home on a studio at home. So this will be submitted as part of a portfolio later next month.
Okay, so this is a kind of, I think Marianne says, is kind of a dance track, is it? Or
no. This
folk track.
This is a more folky
track.
Folky
yes.
track.
I've got a track by Dogleg to play during the country hour, which is very very country, on which Marianne sings, but we'll more of that later. In the meantime, here's My Life's a Film by Dogleg.
Tell you when I came to know about a certain time ago. The director came and cut me on my lines, cut the budget down the seams, made me feel I've never been any party to those scenes. I thought they were played so well to be shot and cut to hell. I thought they were played so well to be shot and cut to hell. My life's on hold. No release date has been set. Don't you worry, don't you fret. There is still time to forget. We read a book, buy a record, learn the hook. There's some chorus we get took, cinematically. And I hope that we play well, and the shoot and cut farewell, and then when we're playing well, shoot and cut farewell.
Love Barnstable. Love the voice.
When your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? Darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And baby, my heart could still fall as hard at 23. And I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe just the touch of a hand. Well, me, I fall in love with you every single day, and I just wanna tell you I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud, maybe we found love right where we are. When my hair's all but gone and my memory fades, and the crowds don't remember my name, when my hands don't play the strings the same way, I know you will still love me the same. 'Cause honey, your soul could never grow old, it's evergreen. And baby, your smile's forever in my mind and memory. I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways, and maybe it's all part of a plan. Well, I'll just keep on making the same mistakes, hoping that you'll understand. But baby, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. So baby, now take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Oh, darling, place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud that maybe we found love right where we are. Or maybe we found love right where we are. And we found love right where we are.
Ed Sheeran, Thinking Out Loud, and before that we played a track by Dogleg, My Life's a Film, and he'll be playing at St Anne's Chapel over at Paternoster Row. I didn't know it was called that until last week, till you brought in the poster. Apparently, one's called Paternoster Row, and the other one's Church Walk. So I was right by saying Church Walk last week, but St Anne's Chapel isn't in Church Walk; it's in Paternoster Row. Bit of local knowledge there for you. I learnt it last week, so I thought I'd better pass it on to everybody else. So as I say, playing at this concert at St Anne's Chapel, called Reflections, and I'm joined by Martin and Marianne. So right, we've kind of introduced the concert. Dogleg, we played a track by. You say it's an eclectic mix, which I should think it would be, because I've heard tracks by a couple of these artists. Tracy Nicholson is folk, if I'm right, am I not? Yes.
Yeah,
folk kind of thing. Jim Watts again. That sort of genre. They all sort of meet up at where we're going after this at the Coach and Horses for a jamming session. Right.
So, yeah.
Well, there's a plug for that. So if you fancy hearing some more of the music, pop along to the Coach and Horses at 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, 8:30ish.
And they'll be playing over there. And then Days of Ode. What do they play?
Acoustic.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep. And I say, it's at, what time does it start? 7 o'clock on Friday, and it's free admission. So how are you going to raise some money for the if it's a charity event, we're going to have a bucket?
Yes, there will be. I'm actually going to be donating. I should be selling my CDs, and I'll be donating. My EP's £5. £1 will be going towards the small school. The small school are going to be there. There's going to be there's a licensed bar, beer and wine.
Yep.
And there's they're selling food as well. So there's a few, and there's a raffle.
Right. Yeah. There's always a raffle, isn't there?
Sorry, you were going to say something.
So a raffle as well.
Yes, raffle.
Prizes donated by the local.
Yes.
Hoops Inn?
Yeah, the Hoops Inn have donated. Milky Way, and someone else I've forgotten.
You get the organisers of an event in front of a microphone and they just go completely and utterly to pot.
The Merry Harriers. Sorry.
Merry Harriers. Right. Okay, we got there in the end. Right, so next up we've got Marianne on her own. A track called Moving On. Star Grace. Why the Star Grace? Come on, you've got to explain the name.
Star Grace is a meaning of my name, actually, because when I tried to be my own name on the internet, I tried to look up myself, and then everything else came up instead. So I thought, well, I've got to make an artist name. So the meaning of my name, Marianne, is Star of the Sea for the Mary, and Grace for the Anne.
Oh, as simple as that. And here she is singing Moving On.
Lived
Love Ilfracombe. Love the voice.
Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world? It's plain to see you're the reason that God made a girl. When the day turns into the last day of all time, I can say I hope you are in these arms of mine. And when the night falls before that day, I will cry. I will cry tears of joy. 'Cause after you, all one can do is die. Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world? Could you be? It's plain to see you're the reason that God made a girl. Oh, yes, you are. How can I get through days when I can't get through hours? I can try, but when I do, I see you and I'm devoured. Oh, yes. Who'd allow a face to be soft as a flower? Oh, I could bow and feel proud in the light of His power. Oh, yeah. Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world? Could you be? It's plain to see you're the reason that God made a girl. Oh, yes, you are.
And if the stars ever fell one by one from the sky, I know Mars could not be too far behind. 'Cause baby, this kind of beauty, it's got no reason to ever be shy. 'Cause honey, this kind of beauty, the kind that comes from inside.
Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world?
So beautiful, beautiful.
It's plain to see
Plain to see.
you're the reason that God made a girl. Could you be the most beautiful girl in the world? It's plain to see you're the reason.
The most beautiful girl in the world, and that's Marianne. No, Prince, of course. And before that, Marianne with Moving On, a track by Stargrace, which she explained is what her name means. So inspiration behind that, is that a song you wrote yourself? Or
Yes, it is, yes. Been composing music for a long time. Moving on, well, it was just moving to a new area. It's about change of time.
Yeah, it's a new area, a new change of time. Okay, I'm just trying to do something on the computer and it's not working as usual. So Martin, Fourth Eden, I should say.
Yep.
We featured an album, I think about this time last year, if I remember rightly. Infinity, yeah. Which had a few long tracks on it, instrumental tracks.
Yeah.
And I noticed on the new EP they're slightly shorter, slightly sharper.
Yeah.
Now, you're doing a course at Petrock, you were telling me.
Yeah.
Which is production. So are you learning from that to sort of keep the tracks shorter, or are you being told to keep them shorter?
Sometimes I break the boundaries, break the rules a little bit, but they're used to me doing that. But these are basically, the Organic Reflection didn't exist I started it in January, but I wanted to keep the EP sort of snappy, and trying to keep the tracks down to so I go off on a tangent, ride to something 20 minutes long. So as I have done in the past.
No, I mentioned last week you've actually recorded sounds from various places, haven't you?
Well, people do it. People have done this before, so it's not new. But I went to Holsworthy auction and recorded the sound. You played Cattle Rattle, which was with the auctioneer. Went to Holsworthy Tip and just smashed a few skips and smashed some bottles and that sort of thing.
You didn't get told off for that then by the guys in the... I tell you got permission.
I had permission. I had to wear a high vis jacket
and a helmet and boots and I can imagine.
So it was all legit, and but they looked at me a bit strange. So I thought, what are you doing?
So when you've taken that sound, you take it back and put it into the computer.
I then edit the sounds, and then I had to think, and then sometimes I pitch shift things. I mean. One of the sounds on Organic Reflection is actually a sound of Marianne's. She's got finger cymbals she uses in belly dancing, and I pitch shifted those. They actually sound like tubular bells, surprisingly. I've been a Mike Oldfield fan, so that was quite a strange revelation. Pitch shifting those things and sounded like tubular bells from little tiny finger cymbals.
And that track which we played earlier on, which was the Organic Reflection track, isn't it? That's the one with the tubular bells on it. Yeah. So I saw a TV program on. I think I saw it on the iPlayer, but it was obviously on BBC Three recently, and it was about the making of tubular bells, and it was one of the most incredible stories I'd ever seen, because everybody kind of knows what tubular bells is, but if you actually listen to and go through the story of Mike Oldfield and Virgin, because it was the first release on the Virgin label, and how it was recorded, Mike Oldfield was actually sleeping and living in the studio and using the studio when it wasn't being used by other artists to record tubular bells. And when he got to the end of the first side, so the first sort of like 20-minute piece he'd written, it was submitted to Virgin, to Richard Branson and the other guy who was a partner. And Richard Branson's comment apparently was, "I think it needs vocals." Can you imagine if Mike Oldfield had put vocals on tubular bells?
Well, obviously he did afterwards. Like Moonlight Shadow was one of he experimented. And obviously I mainly do instrumentals, but obviously Marianne chips in with some good vocals as well.
Yeah, I know there's quite a few good mixes of you and Marianne on SoundCloud, isn't there? Because I listened to a few tracks on over the weekend when you showed me the link. We're going to have the event guide, and then we're going to play a track called Beneath the Desert Sky. Do you want to tell us a bit about that?
It's obviously very Eastern sounds. There's a sound of alien pipes in there, and duduk, is it? Well, what's the
Nefertiti.
It's about Nefertiti.
I thought I was going to say I don't recognise that instrument's name. I thought it was.
it's about the Queen. Egyptian Queen Nefertiti. That's what it's about.
Okay, well, we'll have that in a minute. In the meantime, we'll have the event guide.
The event guide on The Voice.
I'll tell you what, shall we mention this Reflections concert that's going on Friday over at St Anne's Chapel, funnily enough? Free admission. It's a co-buffet beverages and bar. Tracks and groups appearing are Dogleg, Tracy Nicholson, Jim Watts, Days of Ode, Stargrace and more. It's at St Anne's Chapel. It's at 7 o'clock on Friday. And if you want more information, give us a call. Telephone number 01271 323 010, and you can email studio@thevoicefm.co.uk or text voice plus message to 66010. And if you want to make a comment about any of the tracks we're playing, you can do that as well. It's very simple. And we're going to play, the Beneath the Desert Sky by Fourth Eden featuring Stargrace after this.
Local people, local events. This is The Voice. The Voice. Online. On digital radio. And on FM. This is The Voice.
Orinoco Flow by Enya, and before that, Beneath the Desert Sky, Fourth Eden featuring Stargrace, which is basically the two people sat the opposite side of the desk from me, which is Martin and Marianne, and a great track. So where did the story of where did the story come from? Why an Egyptian queen?
Well, I had this melody to start with, and I thought it sounded quite Eastern. It took almost about 18 months before I actually decided what the subject matter was going to be, and I think we just watched something about Nefertiti,
about a tomb and the story about her.
They thought they found her. They're not too sure they found her body. And
because I was into belly dancing as well. I
saw the Facebook page. You teach belly dancing, don't you?
I did, yes. I'm not doing it at the moment.
Oh, right.
And I asked Martin at the time, will you write me a belly dancing song that I can dance to with the class? And so we came up with this song, but there was no vocals on it. And so that's why, we just...
It took about 2 years for it to come about, really. Before.
So do you find some songs take that long and others just like that, do you? Just come instantly? Or are they all a labour of love, so to speak?
One I've done in a night, and some are just still sitting on the shelf. I found one the other day, thought, that was quite good. So then I finished it that night, and it became sort of like a cinematic track. So yeah, it does vary.
So we've got another track to finish the hour, really. I can't believe we've been here for an hour talking about bits and pieces. Our Last Breath is Fourth Eden again, featuring Stargrace, Marianne, and Lamara, who you said you haven't... Did you say you hadn't met?
We haven't met her, no. It's one of our SoundCloud friends. She lives in Newcastle. And we collaborated. She supplied lyrics and vocals.
This song is inspired off... the film At World's End.
At World's End, which is the drinking...
It is, yeah. We watched it and we thought, oh, wow, with these robots.
Yeah, because it's the third one in the trilogy of... what's he called? The guy who did the film. We're all going to sit here and go, oh, yeah. But anyway...
So I spoke with Lamara about this.
Simon Pegg, that's it. Yeah, he plays Scotty in Star Trek, doesn't he?
He does.
But he did the three movies, which were a kind of trilogy.
And ice cream trilogy, or no? Cornetto
trilogy. And At World's End is the last one. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
that's right. And the lyrics are inspired by that. What would happen if parts of our body were all like sold off, kind of, and we had nothing left?
Well, this track is it's a version of the original, so it's more of like a dance track. This one is a version of the original, which is more cinematic
and goth.
Yeah.
So here we go then. Our Last Breath.
You look up to the sky as the sun bursts into flames. We all melt away, yet we feel no pain, no fear of death.